XFM News on point. The news on XFM. I'm Chris or Tim. Godfrey Aine Sodo Kaguta emerged the winner in the hotly contested primaries in Maogola North. Anifa Kaoya was also declared the winner in Maogola West. She defeated the Member of Parliament, Joseph Sekabito. The belated NRM primaries for Maogola North and West in Sembabule district were held yesterday under tight security to avert acts of violence, intimidation of voters, and hooliganism. In Maogola North, the race had three contenders, including the daughter of the Foreign Minister, Shatsi Musherere Naebari, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's younger brother, Sodo Kaguta, and Salim Chiseka. The Deputy Inspector General of Police, General Sabiti Muzei, deployed heavily in almost all corners of Maogola electoral area and across the district. Roadblocks manned by the police and the Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF, were set up on roads in Sembabule. This was reportedly intended to prevent the importation of strangers. For more details of this story, you can get yourself a copy of today's New Vision newspaper. Now, NRM supporters have introduced MySevo app for conducting scientific campaigns for President Yoweri Museveni ahead of the forthcoming elections. The chairperson of this association, Jeremiah Gomisiriza, noted that this app will help President Museveni interact directly with his supporters and receive feedback from them via this app.
This application is going to help His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in relaying his message to the people at a convenient time, in a convenient mode. You don't need to get out of your house to go to listen to His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni on a rally, because there are no rallies. This information is going to be in your hands 24/7.
Gomisiriza also stated that they plan to support His Excellency with funds to ease his campaigns across the country.
Everyone out there, if you feel you want to contribute towards His Excellency's campaign, you can come on the support button. You will find where you can shop our items. Some of the money that will come from items, we shall hand it over to His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to help him in campaigns. You can as well donate 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, any amount.
Cabinet has allowed Parliament to make amendments in the Registration of Persons Act to allow women who adopted their husbands' names to only present a statutory declaration. Parliament on Tuesday directed the Deputy Attorney General, Jackson Kafuzi, to bring a bill allowing the simplifying of the procedure of registering the change of names for married women who have different names on their identification documents and academic documents, as they only acquired these names after marriage. The Deputy Attorney General, Jackson Kafuzi, yesterday said that Cabinet has approved the amendment and it will be limited to married women who will now be required to prove that the difference in names with the statutory declaration once the bill is tabled and passed tomorrow.
Cabinet gave us a go-ahead to amend only as far as Section 36 of the Registration of Persons Act affect married women. So the bill and the statement I intend to present to Parliament will be to amend Section 36 of the Registration of Persons Act to allow married women to add a name and prove the same using a statutory declaration.
However, some of the members of Parliament were not happy with the revelation, noting that the amendments were meant to be dealt with yesterday, but the Speaker ruled that they should wait for the bill today.
I was not able to do that today because I'm just coming out of Cabinet. And preparing a bill, we need to harmonize together with the NIRA, which is the Registration Authority, and the Electoral Commission, which has been enforcing this, together with our FTC, so that we do not produce a haphazard and questionable document for this August House. So I'm requesting, Right Honourable Speaker, that you allow us to present the bill tomorrow and proceed from there. Thank you.
Okay, that's a assurance the bill is coming tomorrow.
Parliament wants the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Ephraim Kamuntu, to explain why up to now election supervisors at the parish and sub-county levels are yet to be given their contractual agreements. This after the Kilak County South Member of Parliament, Gilbert Olanya, raised a matter of concern on the delayed issuance of contract agreements to these supervisors, saying that the delayed issuance of these contracts can result into compromise of these officers by rich candidates. Gilbert Olanya also wants these supervisors to be paid their salaries for the month of April to July, even though the country was under lockdown and was battling the COVID-19 pandemic, saying this affected everyone. This prompted the Speaker to ask the Minister to clarify on why the Electoral Commission has not issued out the contract agreements.
The Office of the EC to pay the sub-county and the parish supervisors for the month that they did not receive the payment, given the situation of COVID-19. Right Honourable Speaker, this problem is national, not only in Amuru district, but I am very sure is concerning all the districts across the board. I pray, Right Honourable Speaker.
Now, members, the issue of the sub-county and parish supervisors is very crucial this time as we prepare to go for the general elections.
And well, the Spanish government has ordered a lockdown in the capital Madrid and surrounding areas badly affected by coronavirus after a rise in cases. Under the new restrictions, residents will not be allowed to leave the area unless they have to make an essential journey. However, Madrid's regional government says the lockdown is not legally valid. Greater Madrid accounts for more than a third of the 133,604 cases diagnosed in Spain over the past 2 weeks. On Wednesday, a majority of Spain's regional governments who are in charge of healthcare voted in favor of imposing restrictions in areas with more than 100,000 residents if they meet three benchmarks: 500 cases per 100,000 inhabitants, 35% of COVID patient occupancy in intensive care units, and positive results in 10% of the tests. Madrid, which has a rate of 780 infections per 100,000, already meets the criteria. However, it is not yet clear when the restrictions will be introduced. That's the latest XFM News.
XFM News on point.